Hello everyone, it's Sakuems here. So this video is going to be a new series that I want to do on my channel. It's called the Art Fairies. So if you're familiar with like the community on YouTube, you know that a lot of people are doing their favorites each month, whether it's like beauty, makeup, technology, video, like TV shows, anything really, like favorite books. And I kind of wanted to do one based on art supplies and art in general. So yeah, I'm gonna give you basically my favorites of September. I'm a little bit late, but I couldn't really decide because I've discovered a lot of things lately. And so yeah, I hope you'll enjoy. So those are my September favorites. And I'm gonna talk about my favorite colors, my favorite tools, drawing and coloring tool, and also paper, art book, music, favorite YouTuber, and favorite artwork. So the first thing I want to mention is the Gensai Kuretake watercolors. So you probably have heard of those already. So this comes in a box, and this is Japanese watercolors. So the box is like this. It's cardboard, and this has like gold kind of lettering. And when you open the box, you have that. So I got mine on eBay. I wanted this set for a long time. I saw tons of reviews. I saw people using it. And this is basically kind of like a watercolor gouache ink mix. It's very intense. And I really just, I've used it on my flamenco artwork. And also created a background with it for like future artwork. And it's super pigmented. I will do a review, so I don't want to talk about too much about those, but if you're interested, like I said, I got mine on eBay. I think I paid like 35 euros, shipping included, on eBay. And if you're like into watercolors or gouache or both, I highly recommend it because they're super creamy and easy to work with, and they're super cheap and they're good quality, so that's really nice. And I like the fact that you can pop out the little like container kind of thing, because if you don't want to use all the colors. And I really especially wanted this for the those two shades here, like this teal, not teal, turquoise color, and this very pale blue, almost lilac color. And there's also white and silver, gold, and copper. So I got that. That's the first like favorite of the month. Next thing I want to talk about are steel coloring tool, and I've been using them for a long time. It's actually something that I discovered when I was in high school. Basically, those are, I don't want to toss them around. I don't want this to be like leaking anywhere, so I'm just going to show quickly how they look. So here they are. You can tell. Those are the Colorex ink, and this basically is a brilliant watercolor ink. It's like a liquid watercolor, and just it's highly pigmented. You can use it as it is, but it's very intense. And I like having ink because it doesn't have this grainy, creamy look that you have with watercolors. So for background, this is like my favorite tool. And this is not sponsored, it's just I just like the brand itself, and I really want to invest in more colors. So I'll just take like a random page in the back of this. I don't want to use a paintbrush, but I'm just gonna get like just like a drop of this. You can see that the colors are like super pigmented. And I'm gonna use my pentel brush here just so I can show you. That's just how bright it is. That's just the magenta pure ink on paper with like a little bit of water. But it's super intense, and yeah, they're all like that. And when it dries, it's slightly glossy, so I really love this. Okay, moving on to the next tool. I'm gonna talk about my favorite liners. I am so in love with those. I've tried a couple brands. I've tried the Faber-Castell. I've tried the Sakura Pigma Micron. I'll try the Copic multi-liner. I think I tried also the graphite liner, which are nice, but I can't really find them again. So very hard to find except online. And my next favorite on this liner collection are definitely the Unipin Fine Line by Mitsubishi Pencil. They're really dark ink, like the black itself is very black. If I compare this to a Faber-Castell, the Faber-Castell is like a dark gray, and those are really black. And they come in a different range, and I just have to I just like them. They're not too expensive, and yeah, that's about it. Like literally, if I want to make I'm working on making a coloring kind of book. So I'm doing a lot of line arts for that project, and I've been using those constantly the past weeks, and I'm just really in love. I have the point 1, 2, and 4, and I'm definitely going to repurchase those. But to make line arts, and if you're really into like having like contour and like this kind of style, I really recommend those if you can get them, because yeah, they're just really nice. Another tool, which is something you may have heard of, and I wish I found that years ago, which is the elastomer eraser, the Mono Zero Tombow. So it's basically a super tiny eraser pen. You can actually draw with it. You know what I mean? Like you can tell that I did a kind of like a wash of graphite pencil, and then I erased to get the design itself. And yeah, that's just amazing for tone art. If you're into drawing with like pencil and you like to shade with pencils, I really recommend this. You can also have refills for it. You just like press. It's just like an eraser, you see, and you can actually remove it, and you have like a plastic kind of thing, and you can replace with another eraser. When I'm sketching, I can't live without this. I'm using this more than a regular eraser because it's just so precise, and I can use it as a drawing tool in a way. The paper I've discovered. Now, disclaimer though, you probably can't find this if you live in the States. Clairefontaine is a French brand, so I guess you can try to find it, but the same way I can't really get the expressive blending card, you probably can't get this one. This is an amazing paper. I've been on the hunt for a copic paper for a long time, and I worked with the GNK Design luxury cardstock for quite some time, the ivory one and the white one, and I didn't like the white one. I liked the ivory and I wanted to repurchase this, but sadly I waited too long. It's been like a year, almost 2 years, that I bought my first pack of this paper, and in the meantime the company stopped shipping internationally, so I had to find a new paper. And I've tried a couple of other brands like Bristol Board and things like that, and I couldn't find anything. And then I discovered this. It comes in different shades. There was like a light pink, a light green, a light lilac, and this ivory cardstock, and also the white. And I fell in love. I just liked it so much. It's like the perfect combo. So it is similar to, it's like a vellum kind of cardstock. It's really hard to describe. It is really soft to the touch, but it's not too like, it doesn't look like a paper that will drink the colors. It still has this very glossy, it has a slightly glossy finish. I wouldn't say it's bleeding, but it's definitely not as, you can't get as sharp of a line with like any tool that is water-based. So when I'm using Copic, it's fine, but if I use a liner like this one, which is a Staedtler liner, it tends to really just spread a little bit, but I don't mind when it spreads a tiny bit because I'm used to work with watercolors, so I actually like that. And this paper, this is the one I've used to make this artwork, and this is Shante. And if you're not on Patreon, then you haven't seen the video because this was a bonus video that I'm doing every month on my Patreon page. This is extra content for people supporting me there. And yeah, I've used this paper to make this artwork, and I just liked it so much. Now, it is bleeding, you can tell because you see through. But I don't mind because the results are there. Like, I just really like it. And I've used my Unipin liner for this, the one I showed previously. And I colored with Copics and then colored pencils on top. And there's like you can see there's like a little bit of a glossy finish, and I just really like it. As for the thickness, it's like 210 grams GSM, so it's pretty thick. It's not too thin, but yeah, Clairefontaine is a pretty popular brand here, and I like it. I've been using this paper for like at least 10 artworks so far, and I'm in love. So another thing I wanted to talk about is my favorite art book of the month. Now, it's not exactly the one I discovered this month. I've got this for like a long time that I have a lot of art books, so I think I'm going to include one of them in each favorites. And so this month I picked the beautiful illustration for fashion and style by Guess Talton. Yeah, this is an amazing book. Now, I'm not into fashion design really, but I just loved the style that is inside this. And it's a collective art book, so I'm just really, like, I love collective art books. Now, I can't show you every pages, but I'm just gonna pop into like some of it. This is like showing digital and also traditional artwork. Like some people use like what is it, like colored pencil or like ballpoint paint. They also use watercolors. Now there's a couple of weird stuff, and that's what I like in art books, is even the weird stuff can be helpful and you can still, I guess, get inspired by it. And this is like there's a lot of fantasy kind of graphic design artwork. There's a lot of I don't know how to explain it, but this has a lot to help you out with references and style. And there's also a couple of things that I don't like. There are still like some of my favorites artwork are in this book. Like there's like, you can find anything. There's like realistic artwork and also creepy stuff, and I just really like that. Actually, this is why I like this book, because there's just so many things, and you can go from like very realistic work to watercolors, to creepy stuff, to fashion design. Not creepy, but like very minimalistic, and I am obsessed with it. Every time I run out of ideas, I just open this book and like I'm in awe. It's so beautiful. So yeah, if you can get your hands on this, I think you can, because it's in English and I got mine on Amazon. It was imported from the US, so I guess this is available for anyone. And I really, really recommend it. It's in every pages, you can learn from it. Last thing I wanted to talk about quickly, my favorite YouTuber of the month is someone I've been subscribed to for a long time, and it's Fine Art. And I will put her link, or like a video of her, maybe her last video as a preview, so you can click on her. And she does a lot of realistic paintings, and she also shows tutorials. She's using like paints and colored pencils. She even has like social tip for growing your audience, and she does critiques. I'm in love with her channel, and she posts a lot. Like I swear, I think she doesn't sleep because she's just really dedicated to her channel and her art, and I've learned a lot by watching her. And she got me like into painting again, and I really enjoy watching her videos. And I highly recommend for anyone interested into realism, or even just if you want to learn how to use certain tools, she has tutorials for it. So yeah, you should really check her out. She's really amazing. Another thing I wanted to mention in this favorite is my favorite artwork this month so far. And I fell in love with a specific piece by Minjae Lee, which is Greno 89 on DeviantArt. And I'm in love with the last piece that artist has created, which is called the Spring Crocus. And I will put it somewhere as you can watch what I'm talking about it. And this piece is wonderful. That's done with watercolors and copic markers and colored pencil. That artist using kind of the same tool, I think. And it's just amazing. Like literally, the shading, the emotion, the design, everything about it is wonderful in my eyes. So you should definitely check this artist out, because that's pretty amazing. And then last thing into this favorite video are my two favorites album music so far. I couldn't pick, because I've been listening to those two for like weeks since this came out. And my top two are Melanie Martinez with Cry Baby and Tori Kelly with Unbreakable Smile. Two different styles, two different artists, and still just completely amazed. It's really just incredible. But definitely check one of both artists. I will link, if you can click on the thumbnail for the Tori Kelly thumbnail, I will put her single Nobody Of, because that's a pretty cool like soul pop song. And for Melanie Martinez, I'm gonna put my favorite of her album, which is Mad Hatter. It's just amazing. So that is it for this video. I hope you enjoy. If you want me to keep on doing the art fairies every month, please post a comment below. And if you like this video, don't forget to share it so everyone can enjoy it. And yeah, I think that is it for this video. So I'll see you probably next week. Bye bye everyone.